3-round MMA, 3-round Stain and Unbang, 5-round MMA if necessary.
Absolutely.
Whoa, Christian in the building as well.
You know I'm in the building. We were hanging out in the back for a while, you know, had an epic fight earlier.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Went, hung out in the back, but I mean, if the one that we saw earlier, the Mortal Kombat fight that we saw earlier this evening, is any indication of what we are about to witness between these two legends of the sport, Max, we're in for a real treat.
Yeah, for those at home that didn't catch KKF versus Smolka, quick recap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can give that recap since I called the fight.
Okay.
Fantastic fight. It went back and forth. The tale of the first 2 rounds, really. You had the first leg, the 3-round MMA going Smolka's way. Competitive fight, but Smolka asserting his will, finding moments, a couple of slams, using the range really, really well, and getting the knockout of KKF in impressive fashion. Second leg, KKF gets shot out of a cannon. 10 knockdowns in the second leg for KKF. Wow. He was on a different level. He just completely went for it. He went for broke and got it done. Smolka kind of caught off guard with how aggressive KKF was, but it wasn't in a way that was like Berserker style. He only threw a grand total of 40 significant strikes, and he had 10 knockdowns on those 40 significant strikes, so a sick ratio there. And then round 3, tale of a completely different fight. Again, adjustments from the Dark Knights. Smolka comes out very aggressive. KKF's stamina gets drained very quickly, putting him into a really defensive position, and ultimately never really got his footing in that third one, and gets knocked out with 1 second left in the first round.
Wow.
Spinning heel kick after getting knocked down, didn't get the block up in time, and yeah, it was nighty-night with 1 second left. Epic fight. Smolka earns the first round, earns the #1 contender fight.
Wow, massive. Thank you for that.
All right. We're ready to go here. Sebastian, good luck, brother.
Christian, we've got a banger on deck, one of your favorites, one of the captains, if not the captain, of Team Legion, Charles Oliveira, back in the octagon. A lot of question over who he would fight. He's got 2 titles, 155, 145, and it's 155 for Oliveira. Doesn't have to worry about the extra weight cut. And it's the same man he beat to gain the 145 title, Max Holloway. The best is blessed, and the blessed one is going up against Du Bronx tonight in a Mortal Kombat fight. Yes, awaiting the share screen here, and awaiting this epic confrontation for the 155 title. There it is, shared screen in. It's pure. Wow, we get one from each. Oh wow, this thing's going.
Yes, these two are. It's already going. We're about almost a minute into this first round here.
Wow, Oliveira looking aggressive early.
Big leg kick.
A little bit of a trip there. Oh, elbow party.
Elbow party.
How did Oliveira stay up?
Oh, flying knee.
I don't know how Charles stood up.
That was a big worry, but the uppercut, you have to watch it. Oh, his face is so frantic early.
Yeah, this relentless pressure here from both fighters. Max Holloway looking uber quick as Juan joins the party. Hey Juan, we got some shared screens up right now. Big time fight. Oliveira Holloway, 155 title. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, you know, Max, it'll be interesting to see how much
Elbow party.
takedown and submission offense we see from Charles Oliveira. Obviously, the first leg of this Mortal Kombat fight being MMA rules benefits him with the other two legs being a stand-up bank fight. I think he gets his strengths early on in this first leg.
Yeah, Oliveira can definitely strike. Holloway, a fantastic boxer. But if this fight were to touch the ground, it would be a big advantage for one of the best submission specialists in the history of the UFC and the FFL. Cartwheel kick.
There it is. Not the first we've seen tonight.
Oh, cartwheel kick again.
Holloway, one step ahead in the striking department right now. He is putting on the pressure, elbow party.
Yeah, those elbows have gotten through big time for Holloway.
Oh.
Some counter striking there. Another elbow. Reminding us of Holloway Cater. And quickly, Max out to a big lead here with head health. Going to be interesting to see how Oliveira combats this.
Oh, Holloway. Elbows, they're aggressive.
You wondered if Oliveira would mix this up. And we have yet to see, at least the portion I've watched, a takedown attempt from Oliveira.
We haven't seen anything on the ground yet. Kind of content.
Gotta be careful with that head health and that counter striking from Max Holloway. Wait a minute, in the clinch here is Oliveira. Stamina betraying a little bit.
Stamina going to be an issue here early on. Oliveira is big there.
And a couple of big misses here for Oliveira. Wow, Max's pressure here. The elbows getting through for Holloway.
Oh my god, Max Holloway showing off here.
Oh, interesting wrinkle maybe. Mixing of the martial arts from Charles Oliveira. His patented crane kick there. Oh my god, the elbows.
Oh, the elbows. Oh, Holloway going in.
Wow, bad angle.
Uh-oh. And not where you want to be.
Absolutely not.
With Charles Oliveira.
Oh,
and the
stamina's bad.
The stamina's bad, and he's going for the rear naked. Does he have enough time to sink it?
Oh my god, it's gonna be over.
Oh, he can't connect the chain.
It's close though. Wow, it's very close. Wow, you got the chain. The chain might have ended that fight. But it's gonna end anyways. It's Oliveira. Christian, it's Oliveira.
It's Charles Oliveira on the ground.
Wow.
The rear naked. Holloway a little overzealous, diving in for the ground and pound. And he pays the price against one of, if not the greatest submission artists in the history of the sport. Leaving
Holloway out dead. Wow, great fight. Back and forth. Obviously, I missed the first 40 seconds there. But it's Holloway that gets the big knockdown, follows it up with, a hammer strike, a couple of strikes on the ground, but couldn't finish the fight, and instead gets finished himself, Christian, put to sleep from Charles Oliveira, 100 submissions. He just can't be played with down there unless you know exactly what you're doing, and Holloway a little out of his depth here. And that's the danger of going to the ground with Charles. We wondered if he would take it to the ground, and instead it was Holloway that took it there. And we score this fight 1-0. The 3-round MMA fight goes Oliveira's way. Round 1 certainly going Max Holloway's way. Back and forth majority of the event that we saw, but towards the second half there, that head health was in a big way for Holloway, providing the lead. We saw a couple of cartwheel kicks get through. What are your thoughts on what we just saw, Christian?
Yeah, I thought it was incredibly back and forth. Obviously, Holloway got out to a very aggressive lead and was really starting to, find the flow state and pour on a lot of damage. The elbows were getting through. He was landing with the boxing, and he had Oliveira on the ropes a few times. But obviously with the rules being MMA versus stand and bang, you have the ability to take it to the ground, and we knew that that was going to be the strong suit, the advantage for Charles Oliveira, and the knockdown, very, very heavy elbow gets through. But Holloway just a little overzealous, went to look for the finish, didn't watch his stamina. And when you're down there in those positions with a guy like Charles Oliveira, who is the greatest submission artist in the history of our sport, you cannot afford to have even one small mistake. And he allowed Charles to reverse the position and take the back, and ultimately he pays the price for it. Going now into these this next leg here, exclusively being stand and bang, that's not something that Holloway is going to have to worry about doing, but it's something that, mentally could be something that weighs on his mind. He hit Charles with a lot of damage in that first fight, and for whatever reason just couldn't get Charles out of there. I think that Charles, notable for the chin, able to be incredibly durable, and he lasted through that first round all the way to the end. And now going into this second fight here, the second leg of this Mortal Kombat, is there a little bit of a block for Holloway? Can he get Charles Oliveira out of there on the feet exclusively? I'm interested to see.
Yep, and this is for the title for Oliveira, and it's for a chance to make it 1-1 for Holloway. Here we go, 155 champ. We're crowning one tonight, Christian. 3-round stand and bang.
He's back in it. We do get a glove touch. The elbows early for Holloway. 1-2. Charles, no slouch on the feet.
Sebastian really coming into his own with the use of those elbows, and a big head kick from Holloway now.
Yeah, we've seen early on in the rookies of the year, debut here, like Rubber League, a lot of the running jab, but it's checking the elbows that have really kind of been the signature equalizer for Sebastian. Right on the cue, running jab.
Yep, kick to the body. Big combo. Another kick to the body there. Oliveira. One thing I'm seeing in the second leg, Christian, is Oliveira doing a much better job managing the distance. I think Holloway stayed inside for a long time, just like that in that first round. And Oliveira not keen to stay in there again. I think he's looking to avoid the elbow parties, and he rocks Holloway. Flying knee blocks, but an elbow gets through there. Oh, spinning kick to the body. Comes out quick from Oliveira. Oh. Max rocked again. Oh, Max is down.
Charles with the right hand.
You gotta know Charles would have preferred to just climb on top and finish that one. And finish. Here we go. Wow, another stiff right hand. The right hand's from Charles. The 1-2s now. It's the 1-2s, Christian. It's the 1-2s.
It's really stiff for Charles.
The combinations of Oliveira this leg really starting to get through. And it's Oliveira with a big health lead, but now it's Holloway with a rock.
Oliveira able to get out of dodge off the fence.
Oh my goodness. It's the knees inside from both fighters. It's the 1-2s from Holloway with an overhand.
Holloway watch the stamina.
Holloway crumpled.
He crumpled him, unable to finish.
Third drop from Oliveira to Holloway this round.
Yeah, you know, you're starting to see Holloway almost looking a little desperate here for a finish.
Spinning body blocked, but it pushes Holloway back. Oh, another stiff kick. That'll count as a trip. So Holloway's down a fourth time in this round. Leg kick missed.
Adam Levine on the drums here in the Kumite.
Yes, Adam Levine and Ilya Pateria right next to him.
Yes.
Oh,
my
it's a
God.
1-2 that puts Holloway out. Doubt him now, folks. Doubt him now. The golden-haired chosen one, the enlightened spirit, the 155 champ remains Charles du Bronx Oliveira.
El Campeón Tenoni, the champion. He has a name.
He absolutely has a name, and the title goes back to the Favelas do Bronx, Brazil. Big fight and a big second leg performance from Charles Oliveira. Max Holloway again, look at the significant strike differentials, 39 to 16, but just one stun out of that. 3 stuns, 2 knockdowns for Oliveira, 16 significant strikes, 54 total, so completely outstruck by Max Holloway, including a ton of elbows, but it's Oliveira putting Max down with a 1-2. Bit of a surprising finish, especially considering Holloway's chin, but an outstanding effort from both men. Really, you could say Holloway leading the dance the whole way, being very active. We're definitely going to ask Sebastian about that, but first we got to get the champion in here. We got to listen to what Legion has to say after this title defense. John?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Rookies of the Year, Max Holloway. Always a tough fight. Seems like there's a friendly rivalry brewing between these two at different weight classes, but always ton of respect for Max Holloway and the way that Sebastian uses Max and the relentless pressure he puts on you is rough to deal with. Definitely, Charles had a rough night at the office on that first leg, and got, I wouldn't say caught off guard, but just got blitzed. Just had no answer for the pressure of Max Holloway, and just got lucky on the ground. Was able to reverse and take the back. And anytime you take the back, anytime Charles takes the back of an opponent, it's very, very dangerous. I mean, he's got one of the best rear naked chokes in the game, if not the best. And he did it again. So was really proud of him to kind of gut that one out. He was in a bad spot, and then came back in the second fight. Again, more of the same, just a lot of pressure. But this time, I think Charles was a lot more patient, controlled the range, counter-struck really well, and we weren't trying to do too much. We were just trying to make sure that we were landing accurate strikes, and the 1-2 was working incredibly well for Charles, and that's ultimately the difference maker.
Big time performance from Charles Oliveira. Congratulations. What do you see being next for Charles? Obviously, the 155 and 45 pound champion. He's got a ton of skill. He obviously is skilled on the ground. He can stand. He can do a lot of things, really, at both weight classes. Obviously, Ortega, a big signing for you at 45 as well. What's next for the Enlightened one?
Yeah, there's still a lot of question marks about if Charles can make 145 again. That he's told me he's going to give it his best shot. So he will be booked at some point for a featherweight defense, and we'll have to see what happens with the weight cut and see if he can make the scale. And God willing, it'll work out for him. But if not, we got Brian, and Brian is a gamer and ready to go. But to be honest with you, Max, there's some other featherweights out there. I mean, Legion is not done kind of recruiting, and with the budget we have a lot of ambition of various fighters to kind of bring into camp to motivate the rest of the team. So Yeah, a lot of questions will be answered in due time in that division, but Charles is still the guy to beat at 145 and 155 right now.
Absolutely. Thank you for that one, John. Sebastian, great performance tonight, proving once again you're always game and you put on fantastic fights. Mortal Kombat has been an up and down card for your team, I would say. But just curious on how Holloway's feeling